welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, currently 10:20 in the morning. And of course, in the last video, you guys saw that I had a little bulge in my tire. Man, let me tell you, it got way worse by the next day, right? So when I took it to so first of all, there's like 2 tire shops near my house, right? I went to the first one. The guy goes, I only have 1 technician. I can probably get to it tomorrow. I was like, what? So I was like, let me just keep going down. I went to the other one and the guy had it, but I'm pretty sure they finessed me because they were like, oh, we only have 1 tire that fits your car. It's like whatever brand he said, Sport. It's like 160 plus the installation fee and everything. It came around $200. And I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure I'm getting finessed, but I need this tire because I can't drive it like that to my other tire shop. There's no way. It would be way too reckless, even for me. So anyways, we took that in the chin, $200 for that tire, so it kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Things happen. Anyways, now we have this huge order here from Potbelly. I don't know if you can see it in the back, but I talked to the manager yesterday and she told me they had a couple of orders for me. So this is the first one, going to the private school. They do it every Tuesday. It's at least $20 no matter what. And then she told me to come back around 11:30. They have 3 orders. And the tips are about $60 all combined between 11:30 and 12, of course. And they're all going super close, so whatever. If I can make that money super fast, we'll do it. So we'll at least have, I think, maybe like $80 from Potbelly alone, which is great. And it's all gonna be before noon, which is even better. So I think today, because we have that going on, I think a solid goal will be $250. So yeah. But yeah, so anyways, hopefully we can get this dropped off without any issues. What I mean by that is because there needs to be somebody at the door to let me in, and sometimes there isn't, and then it just takes a while. But anyways, we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off here from Potbelly, and let me tell you, I'm a one-trip kind of person, so I put like 5 bags in each arm, and even by doing that, I still have to go back and get the rest of the bags. It's just because they package like these boxes awkwardly in these bags. So, they're just kind of awkward to carry. But anyways, we're making our way back to the town center, mainly because I want to drop off this check. She told me I don't have to drop it off till later, but I don't like driving around with this check, Plus, we just turn the dash on and we get something along the way. Cool. If we don't, same thing. We don't have to be back at Potbelly till 11:20. It's currently 10:35. So there's plenty of time to do something, maybe at least 1 order, hopefully. But yeah, I'm driving back to the town center regardless because that's where everything is at. So hopefully we get something along the way. But if we don't, we'll just chill to 11:20, and yeah. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, so we didn't end up getting any orders worth taking. So I basically paused my dash around 11:10, walked into Potbelly around 11:15. I don't know if you can see all these bags and boxes back here, but we got everything loaded. 3 different orders. One is 11:30, one is 11:45, and one is noon. I'm dropping off, obviously, the 11:30 order first. She rounded up the tips. Honestly, she was really frazzled because they were really busy inside. So I think it was supposed to be 48, but she gave me like 50, which is, I'm not complaining. And I didn't have any cash on me to give her back $2. So it is what it is. But yeah, now we're only 2 minutes away from the first order, which is the smallest one. It's funny, it goes from smallest to largest, like the order of the orders, because for the last one they were going to give me like the little backpack, but then they realized that they couldn't fit that many bags in there. So I was like, you know what, it's cool, I'll just take it like this. And I think I can use my new catering bag to fit a bunch of it in there, because that one's a little more stretchy. So hopefully it works out. But regardless, we got $50 from Potbelly right now in the bag, plus a 20 from earlier. So far so good. We're having an awesome day. I just want to pay for this tire. No, but realistically, the goal is $250. So hopefully after this, after we drop these off, we'll unpause the dash, get online, and hopefully make more money. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got everything dropped off. Now we're done with the Potbelly orders. Now we have $70 from them. So shout out to Potbelly. Like I tell you guys, always try and maximize your earnings some way, somehow. So I have that relationship. So of course, hopefully, it keeps blossoming, and hopefully they don't hire someone, because the only reason why I'm getting this is because the last guy quit, or he got fired. I guess he showed up drunk or something. So, that'll do it. You show up drunk to any job, they'll fire you. But yeah, so now we're here on the road, currently noon, and we have not done a single DoorDash order yet, but we're here, we're online. Hopefully, we get something along the way. But yeah, so I'm gonna make my way to the town center like I always do, and we'll see you guys on the first order. Alrighty guys, so I'm kind of glad that I took these orders from Potbelly, because I'm getting nothing but garbage right now. app here from DoorDash. If you see here, look at this order I just got from the Pizza House, which is like a pizza place, I think. I've been there like once. They're super slow. 3 items, 14 miles, $5.63. Wow. And it's also taking me out of my zone, so I would be in a whole different zone. They have to drive all the way back and lose money. That's what I'd be doing right now, losing money. You know, with the gas prices and all, yeah, it's insane. I'm sure somehow that order will get delivered somehow, some way. So yeah, we're doing nothing but declining a bunch of garbage. I'm actually running to the ATM here. I gotta deposit this cash. I don't like having cash on me. I'm really clumsy sometimes, and I don't want to lose it. Plus, I don't think my wallet, even it has this little clip, like little Ridge wallets. I don't think it's really, yeah, I mean, it's meant to hold the money, but I don't trust it like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and deposit this real quick. I'm not getting anything good anyways, so I'm just declining along the way. But if I get something good, then we'll definitely take it. But yeah, so far, it's pretty slow. One thing I forgot to mention, I just got an email from DoorDash saying cash on delivery is gonna be in my area starting March 17th. Yay! I mean, it says that if you decline it, it doesn't affect your acceptance rating. Not that it matters or anything. I think I might do one, depending on the time of day, where it's going, the merch, just to try it out. But you won't see me doing any of those at night, ever. Or if it's going to some shady areas. Every place, doesn't matter how nice it is, has shady areas, you know? So right now, again, we're still declining a bunch of garbage. I don't know what's up with these orders. Like, at least before you would get like, you know, $6, something. Now everything is like less than $5, $5.65, like random amounts. I don't know. Disappointed. It's disappointed. Oh, you know, one thing that I wanted to share with you guys yesterday. I was my day off, right? So I was really craving a Smoothie King, and I was just being. I don't know what happened to me yesterday, but I was like, I felt like crap. I took a COVID test just to be sure like I didn't have anything, you know, and luckily, you know, no COVID. But I felt like crap. I took some ibuprofen or whatever, and I was really craving some Smoothie King. I feel a lot better, by the way. But I have points on my app, right? So I didn't want to use the DoorDash app because then I wouldn't get, you know, I wouldn't get to use my points. So I went on the Smoothie King app, you know, and I placed the order through there. And it would not allow me to tip any more than 25%, you know. So I think my order ended up being like $20 without a tip. I think with the tip it was like 25, you know. And when I placed it, I didn't know if it was going to go through DoorDash or through whatever, Uber or Grubhub, whoever, right? But when I placed it, I got a text saying, oh, your order is being prepared, and to click on it, and it was like a little link to the DoorDash. Basically like the DoorDash app, but like as a web page. And it said like, oh, this is your Dasher. You can only contact them if you use your phone number. What else did it say? It had the tip on there, and you know, very minimal stuff, right? So I get my food, and the guy didn't give me a straw. Not the biggest issue or the biggest deal in the world, but like, what if I didn't have a straw at home? Like, how many people have random straws in their house? Luckily, I did, you know, but I was kind of mad. I'm not gonna lie. He texted me saying your food's at your door, and I said, oh, okay, thank you, but do you have a straw? And he like didn't reply, you know. And even if I wanted to, there was no way that I could either get my money back or put a complaint or anything, because when I just click on the link, DoorDash actually sent me, I'm all over the place in this story, I'm sorry. DoorDash sent me a link saying, oh, how did we do, 1 through 5, a text. And I said 1, you know. And they said, oh, please give us your feedback, what's going on. And the link was broken. The link didn't even work. So I was like, what is going on, man? Anyways, it is what it is. I'm here at the ATM, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, guys, after a bunch of declining, I'm gonna go ahead and take this order here, mainly because it has a high cash flow. Yeah, the miles are a little bit high, but it's also from Sweet Green, and you guys know I love Sweet Green, and I know the food's gonna be ready when we get there. It has an $18.25 payout, so you know, could always go up a little bit, but even if it doesn't, the fact that I've been declining for like the last 20 minutes, I was like, you know what, this is a pretty decent order. Let's just take it for the cash flow. So yeah, so hopefully the food is ready, and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty, guys, so we get the food picked up. The food was ready, which is awesome. So I don't know if all Sweet Greens are like mine, but I rarely ever have to wait. In other news, this is gonna be a random like sports, you know, a minute or two rant from me, or like maybe not rant, but my thoughts. Kirk Cousins signed that 1-year extension deal with the Vikings. Look, I love Kirk Cousins. I thought we should have kept him. We, meaning the Redskins at the time. I don't know why we let him go. But hey, man, the man knows how to make money. I think his deal is fully guaranteed, getting an extra $35 million. I mean, I think he's slightly above average. I mean, he's not bad, but he's not going to win you a Super Bowl. At least I don't think he is. And Tom Brady comes back just like that. I think he just realized that, you know what, he probably feels good, his body's healthy, he can still keep going, you know, and they weren't that far off from making another Super Bowl. So I think he's going to give it another shot. I think he's going to play for like 2 more years. I think so. It's all going to depend on how they do, how he feels. But I think he seems like the type of person that needs to always be doing something like meaningful for him. So I think once he retires, he's either going to go into coaching or like broadcasting, you know, or a little bit of both. But yeah, he doesn't seem the type to just be able to go home, spend time with your supermodel wife Giselle, spend time with your kids, you know, and just hang out. I feel like he needs to do something, you know. But I mean, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. But I'm still mad. I'm still salty that we got Carson Wentz. Why? Out of all the quarterbacks that you could have gotten, or just keep the one we had before, which is Taylor Heineke, which he isn't bad, and we're paying him basically nothing. You know, now we're going to have to take on Carson Wentz's salary, which handicaps the entire team. We just lost Brandon Sheriff. He went to like the Jaguars, I think. I don't know what's going on. All I know is the Commanders are going to have a rough season. I'm calling it right now in March. So, you know, when the season starts and we're like 0-4, I'm going to go back to this video and say, hey, I called it. I called it. You know, so I don't know. Anyways, we're about 7 minutes away from the first drop off. We'll see you guys in a bit. Guys, one more thing I forgot to mention is Mitchell Trubisky went to the Steelers. That's going to be worse than us getting Carson Wentz. At least I can say Carson's got a Super Bowl, and he's a pretty good quarterback. Minus the injuries, solid. Mitchell Trubisky, I don't know what to tell you. He's like a more athletic Tim Tebow with a better arm and legs. I don't know. And then another thing, I don't think I mentioned this when this happened, but a couple of days ago, maybe like last week, Calvin Ridley from the Falcons. Did you guys see what he did? He got caught like betting on games, like sports gambling, and of course that's a big no-no for the NFL. And now he's suspended for the next year, so now he's losing his salary of $11 million. I think he did like a 4-game parlay betting $1,500, and he lost $11 million. Can you imagine that? Worst odds for a bet ever. I know he's taking it lightly on Twitter and stuff, but hey man, whatever way you want to see it, you just lost $11 million and you're going to be sitting for a whole year. So I'm sure someone's going to pick him up, but you know, probably for like minimum salary and whatnot. So yeah, he definitely played himself there. But anyways, enough sports talks. I know not everybody likes those, but you know, I like talking about sports. Anyways, oh, one more thing. Man, I forgot. It just escaped my mind. I just read about it a second ago, but it'll come back to me later. But anyways, we're still making our way to the first delivery. It's 3 minutes away now, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Guys, we get the first order dropped off. It ended up being $8.50, and the next one's showing $9.75, I think. But yeah, typical Virginia weather, man. Like 2-3 days ago, snowing, cold. Now it's like 67, almost 70 degrees. But tonight, it's going to be like in the 30s. I was like, what's going on? So luckily I have a jacket at work because, you know, I work overnight. Because I didn't bring a jacket because I'm like, it's super nice. But then when I looked at the weather, after I left the house, I was like, oh man. But I do have a jacket at work, so it should be fine. But yeah, we're about 5 minutes away from the second drop off. It's taking me between all these houses, so I have no idea where I'm at. So shout out to the GPS for me. And I'm hoping it's correct because right now I have like very little signal. So I'm thinking it's just going off whatever it already preloaded. So we'll see. But yeah, so after this drop off, we should be around $88, assuming there isn't anything on top, which is pretty good. Again, most of it is from Potbelly, so luckily we had that option because before that, nothing but garbage from Doordash. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Gosh, we made it all the way back to the town center and no orders. No orders worth taking. A bunch of orders, but none of them worth taking for sure. So yeah, now we're sitting here. It's currently 1 o'clock, so hopefully it picks up. And yeah, more garbage. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, after a little bit of waiting here, we finally have our next order from Nando's Peri Peri Chicken, $6.25, 2.5 miles. They tried to stack it right away with an additional $2, and that was the easiest decline I've had all day. You know, I really missed the new feature they had for like a little bit where you would just one button decline, like it would just decline right away. Didn't ask you no silly questions like why you're declining when it doesn't matter. You know, I'm not doing it. Anyways, hopefully the food is ready and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, after dropping off the order from Nando's, I wanted to go to Santini's because for one, I was like really craving pizza. I know they sell pizza by the slice. So $3, ate a slice, you know, just kind of relax. Didn't even pause my dash. Didn't need to pause my dash. Nothing good came anyways. We just finished up. I was heading back to the town center when I got this order here from Sweet Leaf. I'm taking it because of the amount of items. It's showing that it has 29 items. $9.75 payout. I think it's going like 5 miles. So worst case scenario, it won't be that bad. But 29 items, it just seems like a lot. You know, and I looked at them and they're all like real items. I mean, they'll have a couple of brownies and stuff, but it's 29 items. So I'm hoping that it pays off. We're about, I don't know, 10 minutes away from Sweet Leaf. Hopefully the food is ready and we'll see you guys back on the road. Ready guys, so we got the food picked up. The food was ready, but when I got there, you know, some red flags started popping up. The main one being the food's been ready for a long time because on the receipt, on the paper, it says to be picked up at 12:30. It's 2 o'clock. The second one was they were actually arguing within themselves. They should even give me the food because it had been ready for such a long time. But in the end, they gave me the food, so we have it. So hopefully, you know, it pays off. It does have a $150 subtotal, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. Sometimes people spend all their money on the food. So we'll see. I'm trying to get out of this garage. I don't know what's going on. The other entrance is being blocked by some truck who I guess doesn't want to pay but needs to pay. I don't know what's going on. I'm not about to wait for all that. So I'm going to the secondary exit, which is also backed up. But eventually we'll get out of here. Guys, we got the order dropped off. And let me tell you that confused look on their faces when I showed up. Wow, I went over a huge pothole. Anyways, because they were like, the lady looked at me and she was like, okay. And she grabbed the food. It was handed to me anyway, so it was going to a pet hospital. And then I'm having a $19 payout, so it wasn't bad, you know. It had a $17.42 tip, and the rest was base pay. So maybe if DoorDash had put a better initial offer an hour and a half ago when it was supposed to be delivered at, someone would have taken it. But yeah, they didn't say anything bad or anything, but they were just confused about why the food was there now and not earlier, you know. But hey, we dropped it off, $19.92 in the book, and if I'm not mistaken, we're finally over the $100 threshold. Let's go. Currently $228. We're making our way back to the town center. We'll see you guys on the next one. Guys, we have our next order here from Total Wine showing an $11.25 payout, 4.4 miles. We're about 5 minutes from the Total Wine, so hopefully we don't have any issues finding anything. And yeah, so we'll see you guys on the next one. You guys, we're gonna do it dropped off, and I'm so glad that we no longer need a signature. We're dropping off from Total Wine, makes it 1,000 times faster. Just scan their ID real quick. That was it. So now we're back on the road, currently 3:15, so you know, we still got basically 4.5 hours left. I still think we could do it. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I think it's possible. We'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, it's been a while, but we finally have our next order. We just picked it up from Santini's, showing 625, like 2.7 miles, I think. And yeah, it's been a while. Like last time we talked was around 3:15. It's currently 4 o'clock, so it's been a while. I got a few orders in between, but most of them garbage. I'd rather not do anything and just chill and, you know, take a nap or read or whatever, watch a YouTube video than to take a crappy order. So anyways, hopefully after this it picks up, because right now we're sitting around 126 without including this order. So after this will be what, maybe 131, 132. So yeah, we still have a long ways, but I still think it's possible. Let's go. You guys, after dropping off the order from Santini's, which took a little longer than it should have because I got stuck behind a school bus, and then I didn't realize there was an elementary school right next to where I was dropping off. So you know, the crossing guard was there doing their thing. Took forever, but we dropped it off. We made it back to the town center. We only really waited for like about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we got this order here from Bar Taco showing 725, less than 3 miles. Jumped on it right away. The food was not ready, but it's okay. We waited about 5 minutes, no big deal. So now we're back on the road, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, we just got the order dropped off from Bar Taco, and it went from 725 to 1475. Gotta love those hidden tips. I wish they weren't there, meaning like I wish they told us right away, but you know, it is what it is. That's the way the game is played at the moment. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Currently 4:45. We're gonna make our way back to the town center, but I'm driving really slow past Fintai, so hopefully we get something from there, or maybe Glory Days or Chick-fil-A, because I'm right next to them right now. So I'm kind of hoping we get something from them, but you never know. So we'll see you guys in the next order. So unfortunately, we did not get anything from Fintai, Glory Days, or Chick-fil-A, but we did get this order here from Bar Taco, which kind of intrigued me when it came in. $7 initial offer. I think it was going 3.5 miles, maybe a little bit more. But the items is what's kind of curious. It has, I'm gonna put up the screenshot so you guys can read for yourselves. But the subtotal is $152 with some change. So in theory, this should be a good order. I have a feeling that it will be, but you never know. So hopefully the food is ready, although I'm gonna be there a little bit early because it doesn't take that long for me to get to Bar Taco, but hopefully it's ready, and even if it's not, we'll do some waiting. I'd rather wait for this order than wait, you know, to even get an order, if that makes sense. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, we got the food picked up. It was ready right on time, which is awesome. And they gave me this tiny bag. So I was like, hey, are you sure everything's in there? She's like, yeah, everything's in there. Isn't it crazy how some expensive food items can be so small? I mean, the bag is pretty heavy, so I think everything's in there. They just got everything packed in there pretty tight, which is fine. Now we're only 5 minutes away from the drop off. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. The customer was waiting for me outside his house. It was handed to me, so no problem. And he had already submitted his ID on the app, so it was even easier. No need to scan anything, just verified his face basically. Took me 2 seconds, and on top of that, I had a $20 payout. I think it was $20.74. So hey, we'll take it. Shout out to Bar Taco. Last 2 orders have been clutch, and they did have a lot of orders on their little shelf they have. So maybe we'll get more Bar Taco, who knows. But yeah, currently 5:10, let's go. And in the spirit of staying active, when this order came in, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and risk it. It could be a little bit more, it could stay the same, but $9.50 is still a pretty high cash flow. It is going 5 miles though. But again, it could be a little bit more. And the fact that, you know, it's not a bad order. I think it's an okay order, like before dinner time, you know. So hopefully the food is ready, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Alrighty guys, so we get to the Five Guys, and I'm dealing with the manager. I'm assuming she's the manager because her shirt is black and everybody else is wearing red shirts. And she's like, finally somebody's here. I'm like, finally? She's like, yeah, it's supposed to be ready 20 minutes ago. And I'm like, well, they just gave me the order, so maybe Doordash up the base pay for this one, so it might not be all that great. But hey, it is what it is. Regardless, the food was ready when we got here to Five Guys, so hey, it's all good. Alrighty guys, got the order dropped off from Five Guys. It ended up being $13.50, so I think that's pretty decent, you know, from a $9.50 initial payout to $13.50. Not too bad, not too bad. It was going 5 miles. Now we're making our way back to the town center. It's currently 5:45 in the afternoon. I still think we can definitely do 250. I mean, 200 for sure we have to. 250 might be a stretch, but I still think it's possible, which is why I don't want to change my goal just yet. So we'll see how it goes. Alrighty guys, we just picked up our next order here from Bar Taco, and I think I just played myself, okay? So I got the order, right? And I initially saw 16 items. I think it said $11, like almost 4 miles or maybe 4 miles, right? So I accepted right away, right? And I didn't realize that it was 2 orders, because on the map, both orders are pretty close to each other, so I don't know how I missed it. So when I get here to Bar Taco and I say that I'm here, I see 2 orders come up, and I'm like, what? But you know what? They're right next to each other, so hopefully we get more than, you know, what is shown. But if we don't, then, you know, it's on me. I could have unassigned it, but both orders were ready. So I was like, you know what? It's literally like next to the other drop-off, you know? So we'll see what happens. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, so we got both orders dropped off from Bar Taco. The first one became more, so I think it ended up being $14 overall. The second one was just $5. And realistically, without that order being stacked to another order, I highly doubt it would get delivered. It's just a little too far. But after dropping those off, we got this offer here from Chipotle, $6.25. I think it's like less than 3 miles maybe. It's not my favorite Chipotle, but hey, I'm pretty sure the food is ready since the delivery time is 6:39 and it's currently 6:31. So I'm pretty sure the food should be ready in theory. So, and we're only like 2 minutes away from Chipotle. So hopefully the food's ready and we'll see you guys back on the road. Alrighty guys, we got the order dropped off. I think it was like $8 and some change. Not too bad, not too bad. And you know what's crazy? I didn't realize how late it was because, you know, the daylight savings, it's light out, and it's basically almost 7. It's 6:44, and we're sitting around $204. So again, the goal was 250. So we need what, like $46 more. It's not impossible. It's just highly unlikely, you know. So I'm hoping we get a couple of bangers here, but realistically, I don't think we'll hit it. But we're gonna keep trying. So we'll see you guys on the next. Guys, so we made it back to the town center, right? And then it was just dead. I mean, dead. And I thought my phone was messing up, but no, it was just dead. I wasn't getting any orders until this one came along from Silver Diner, showing a 675 payout. I think it's going like 2.5 miles. And this one is most likely going to be my last order, because after this, we'll finish this around 7:20, and then I'm only dashing until 7:30. So, I mean, we didn't hit the goal, but any day that I can do over $200, success. So yeah, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alrighty guys, we got the last order dropped off from Silver Diner. It became 1075, which is a nice little come up from 675, but we are out of time. It's 7:28, we're only dashing until 7:30, so we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. We're gonna finish at $214.83, so not a bad way to start the week. Any day that we can do more than 200, I'm here for it, I'm happy about it, so yeah. But yeah, so as you can see, we declined 235 orders today. That's a lot of declines, but it's a lot of garbage. I'm telling you, these are garbage orders. And I'm assuming that when they stack it, they would count it as, you know, 2 declines, right? Because I'm declining 2 orders. I'm assuming. So I had a bunch of stacks earlier that were all garbage. But anyways, thank you for coming along in today's dash. If you haven't subscribed, why not? But anyways, we'll see you guys on the next video.